Hi, it's Mrs. Ducky and
Tips. The cat. The dog. Tips the dog.
we are reacting to my worst PE teacher experience with TJ Toons.
I've never watched one of his videos.
Neither have I. It just came up on my For You and I thought, why not? Okay, anyway, let's continue.
So back in middle school, one of my favorite classes that I always looked forward to having was physical education. And whilst in most of my lectures, I tried finding different ways to snooze or stuff a big bag of Dorito chips under my desk and finish it quietly before class ended. PE was just another recess where I could play sports with my friends and just genuinely have fun. But all that was taken away from me when this one PE...
Okay. I don't like, but I hated PE to like the bone.
Yeah, honestly, I just found it boring. I never really liked it.
Because what we used to do was we used to make us do like these stupid, like just poses, like
balances.
Yeah, it kept just making us do this, and half the time the kids weren't even doing it. Just stood around, and then when the teacher turned around, they just start doing it.
Remember in secondary when they made us run 10 laps around the school?
No, I hated that. I came back, like, fully, I could not breathe.
Yeah, I had...
The teacher didn't do anything about it. Like, Gracie, are you okay? No, I'm not. No. Like, no, I'm not okay. No, I'm not okay.
We both have asthma, so it's not... PE is not the best thing for us.
They wouldn't even let me get my inhaler.
PE teacher came along. And we're gonna call him Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne wasn't just your average, hey, let's divide up into teams and play some good old dodgeball kind of teacher. No. He was the kind of teacher who would immediately get you down on the ground to do some military push-ups, and if you weren't counting loud enough, he was like...
Bro, I swear we had the same teacher. I swear we had the same teacher, Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne, if you're watching this, I swear we've had the same teacher. So, okay, anyway.
Like,
louder! Louder! Say it louder!
first of all, there was no one in school that was as jacked as Mr. Payne. Like, as a skimpy little middle schooler, he looked massive to me. He always wore these exact same tight-fitting black training t-shirts that made his muscles look like they were about to pop out of his skin or something. Plus, he was also the official coach for the varsity boys basketball team, which meant that he knew how to keep the rowdy bunch in check. He was like Fletcher.
I mean, if he was my teacher for PE, I don't think I mean, if he was like my basketball coach, I don't think I'd even show up.
From Whiplash, or the Gordon Ramsay of physical education. He was the kind of teacher that was not afraid to push you beyond your limits by any means possible. If he wanted you to eat a bowl of bark and nails, you were gonna eat those bark and nails. Along with the bowl. And even the table itself. Now, one thing you're gonna know about Mr. Payne was that... Huh? Hey, have you heard? This bozo named TJ Toons got his YouTube account hacked a few weeks ago.
I know. Hasn't he heard about online protection? It's like he's asking for his computer to get hacked.
Yeah, more about this VPN?
Sure.
Skipping the adverts.
Hey,
Sure,
wait a
nice.
minute.
NordVPN.com/TJToons. Enjoy, and now back to the video. Now, one thing you gotta know about Mr. Payne was that lack of competence and frailty was intolerable. Standing in the shade during a blazing hot day, F. Sitting on the ground after a strenuous exercise, F.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if you hear like someone crying, it's
Our neighbours.
Our neighbours, yeah.
Yeah, they have a bit.
The neighbours, but
they recently got a kid. Congratulations, Mrs. and Mr. Neighbours. So.
Yeah. But no, they
like
adopted it. But the kid's like 8.
Yeah.
And like they just we were out of dinner with them. And apparently she had to do her homework club, and now she's really mad.
Well, that's what we've heard so far. Anyway, let's just continue.
Walking for a few seconds during a mile run, F, and a sprinkle of detention. Cause yeah, he can just do that. Oh, and all the students were super reluctant in speaking up or asking any questions because if you said anything remotely dumb or slightly out of line, this happened.
And that's how you play basketball. Any questions? Yes, Mr. Toons?
Can I sub out during a game when I'm thirsty?
Do birds lay eggs in the air?
No.
Do cows grow on trees?
No, sir.
Good! Now go put on a heart rate and run a mile.
Bro, please, bro. Why are you
If Mr. Payne had a knack for
Okay, yeah, we definitely had the same teacher. Because for me, he told me, because for me, even if I had asthma or whatever my lung condition was, he was like, no, you're going to run. Like, but I don't want to, I'm going to die. Like, no, run, you can run that. He made me run 4 miles instead of 1. I came back once again, sounded like an old man dying.
Yeah, like our PE teacher in secondary school was the pure definition of mean. Like gosh, I can barely hold a gallon of milk, let alone run a mile.
I can. I'll just drink most of it.
anything, it was definitely making people suffer through his exercises. But among all these exercises, the worst out of every single one of them was none other than treading water. Now if there
I cannot tread water. Oh, can you tread water? I
Yes.
cannot. I cannot. I can
My
barely.
dad taught me. He chucked me in the water and went, learn how to swim, child, learn. So I kind of flapped like around like a duck for a while until I eventually found my way.
Yeah, I can barely swim. Yeah, water is not my specialty.
there's one thing that I can't do for the life of me, is this. How? How are they doing this? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a pretty good swimmer and I have no problem swimming laps around the pool. But for some reason, I just couldn't tread water. And knowing this, you would think Mr. Paint would maybe put me aside in the shallow end of the pool and teach me how it's done like a normal swimming teacher. But nope, he put me smack dab in the deepest, darkest part of the pool and proceeded right to the main event. We called it the treading circle. The way this exercise worked was that we had to tread water for 15 whole minutes while Lincoln...
How are you treading water for 15 minutes? Good. How are you treading water for 15 minutes? I don't get how you're treading water for that long.
Well, neither do I. But. You gotta understand, this PE teacher was strict, so like, if you didn't obey him, remember he made us do that? Dude, if we did not obey him, like, we would set detention, and we'd either that, like, he just sat us in detention, and then after that he made us run a mile,
And,
while in detention.
No, like while we did like a swim, I put swimming as down in PE because I thought it'd be chill. We never tried water.
No, we didn't.
I just ran a lap. I just did a few laps basically. Fun.
our arms over each other's shoulders in one big circle. So if the guy beside you started struggling and panicking, you were dead. But that's not all. To make it even worse, Mr. Payne would make us take turns in carrying this 10-pound rubber brick over our heads. And if you dropped it before he blew the whistle, everyone in the class got an F for the day. Now, this was me in middle school. I know. I was one scrawny looking noodle arm beta male. Not only were
Mr. Noodle. Your name should be Mr. Noodle. You're not TJ Toons. Mr. Noodle. Why is your name not Mr. Noodle?
Because he doesn't look like a noodle now.
Well, should he? I want to see. Is he a noodle? Is he not?
we unable to use our arms to tread? But as you can tell from the picture, my muscles just weren't developed enough for this. And to top it all off, I was right next to one of the least fit kids in our class. This wasn't even a PE exercise anymore. It was attempted murder! Surprisingly though, I was able to survive the first few minutes of the exercise. But then, it was finally my turn to take over the brick. Once it was passed down, I knew that nothing else mattered more than this very moment, because if I dropped it, then everyone got an F. This meant a lifetime of bullying and being made fun of, and I wasn't having any of that. There was 5 seconds remaining on the clock, and by some miracle, I managed to keep the brick above water in the expense of my head being completely submerged underwater. And at this point, I was literally breathing in and gulping down a crap ton of water for air. And before my brain could panic and give up on everything altogether, I finally heard it. Take the brick! Hey, where are you going? It's okay, don't look back. Don't look back. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Who cares about an F? I'll die trying to finish that exercise. All I gotta do is get on land. That's right. Come on, legs. Don't give up on me now. Come on. Almost there.
Hey, why don't you guys invite me out for drinks?
We texted you in the group alliance chat. Oh, wait.
This is the perfect meme that I've never heard. Why is this meme not all over the internet?
Because there's not really a meme, it's just a sound.
I know, but we should make this a meme. Yes, make this a meme, kids. Make this a meme. I want you to post this.
Tag us in it. Post like memes with that sound.
Yes, post memes with this sound. We will make a meme. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Mr. Payne obviously saw the sad public display of me thrashing and bashing like a maniac, so he casually stepped in to save me without breaking a sweat. And then I passed out. Thankfully, I didn't take the blame for the class failing, but despite my best efforts, I still got an F for not finishing the task, and after this grueling and embarrassing near-death experience, I hit the cafeteria to take a breather to treat myself for all the crap I went through for the day. But before I could even pick out anything, I heard a very familiar voice call out to me from behind.
Mr. Toons!
Yes, sir?
Dun dun.
Da-na-na, da-na.
Pick a drink.
Oh, right. Sorry for holding the line. I actually haven't decided yet. You can order first if you want. I don't mind.
No, I mean pick a drink. It's my treat.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. It's on me.
Okay. Thank you.
Keep it up.
You know that moment when someone you know, who's always been so mean and so harsh to you, suddenly show you one tiny vulnerable act of kindness, and it somehow becomes this huge emotional slap across your face that hits you way harder than 1,000 normal acts of kindness from a regular friend? This was that moment. I freaking chugged that drink with tears rolling down my eyes, and that's when I realized this was Mr. Payne. The kind of teacher that you hated with every fiber of your being, but also respected, admired, and wanted to impress just as much. I've been so caught up in just how much I hated the way he taught, or just the things he made me do, that I completely forgot about how much of an impact he's made in my life. Look,
Honestly, some PE teachers can be really harsh, but then they make you actually good at sports. But we're not professional athletes.
I'm rubbish at sports, and I had a bad PE teacher for every single year I went through.
Yeah, we're not in the Olympics, so we don't need a good teacher. I don't like sports. We're the worst
The
at
only
sports.
sports I'm good at are horse riding, and that's too expensive.
Yeah. When we win the lottery.
50 years.
Looking back on it now as a grown adult, I only have respect and appreciation for what he did for me as a teacher. And I guess that was just Mr. Payne's way of showing that he cared. At the end of the day, he was still the worst PE teacher ever. But then again, he was